अरे अब सब आपको बता दें तो
सर क्या नहीं सर, आज पूरे देश को बताइए, पूरे देश के सामने उन लोगों ने आरोप लगाया आप पे, पूरे देश के सामने, और पूरे देश के सामने आपको ये बताना चाहिए कि वो लोग कौन हैं जो आपके खिलाफ इस तरीके की साजिश रखे। बताइए ना सर।
नहीं, जो उन्होंने आरोप लगाए उसके जवाब मैंने दे दिए। आपका कोई और बात हो तो आप बताइए।
पूरा देश गुस्से में है, आप
कोई गुस्सा में नहीं है, कोई गुस्सा में नहीं है, कोई गुस्सा में नहीं है। सुनिए, देश गुस्सा में नहीं है। हेलो, हेलो, ये लोग जो बैठे हैं इनकी परसेंट संख्या 3% है। 97% लोग विभूषण सिंह के साथ हैं, 97% रेसलर विभूषण सिंह के साथ हैं। आप वोटिंग करा लीजिए, किसी उस पर वोटिंग करा लीजिए, लड़कियों की वोटिंग करा लीजिए, लड़कों की वोटिंग करा लीजिए, आप करा लीजिए, आपको 97% मेरे साथ है।
आप सर जब तक जांच खत्म नहीं होती क्या मॉरल हाई ग्राउंड लेते हुए आप अपने पद, जब तक जांच खत्म नहीं होती आप मॉरल हाई ग्राउंड लेते हुए अपने अध्यक्ष पद से बने रहेंगे या उसको छोड़ देंगे जब तक की जांच कंप्लीट न हो जाए?
देखिए, हम
आरोप लगाए हैं तो
हमको भी सोचने मौका देंगे कि नहीं देंगे?
सर कुछ तो सोचा होगा।
नहीं, कैसे सोचे? अभी तो मैं फ्लाइट से आया, मुझको तो सोचने मौका देंगे नहीं देंगे?
All right, Brijbhushan Singh is the president of the Wrestling Federation of India. He's the man in the hot seat. He's the man who has been directly accused of misbehaving with players, molesting players, and running the Wrestling Federation as per his whims and fancies. He was taking hard questions from reporters there. CNN News 18 confronting the man against whom the Olympian wrestlers have come forth and leveled very, very grave charges. Financial misappropriation, not having a system for selection for nationals as well as eventually to the Olympics. And most importantly, sexual harassment allegations have been leveled against the president of the Wrestling Federation. He has answered to that saying, if even one person comes forth and says that she was a victim of sexual harassment at the hands of Brijbhushan Singh, he says he's ready to step down, he's ready to be hanged if that were to be the case. Let me go across to Anshul Singh, my colleague who's joining us. Anshul, so Brijbhushan Singh there, the president of the Wrestling Federation, coming forth and defending his record, defending his presidency of the WFI, saying that the allegations against him are wrong, particularly on the sexual harassment allegations. He has said that he is challenging the wrestlers who've come forth today and who are protesting in Jantar Mantar, that if anyone comes out in the open and says that I was a victim of sexual harassment and molestation at the hands of Brijbhushan Singh, he says he's ready to step down and be hanged if that is indeed the case. But more importantly, he's also saying that this entire protest is being backed by some unknown force. He has said that there is one particular person from the Haryana Federation who he believes is instigating this. He's also said possibly there is some industrialist who is behind this entire protest, according to him, which has been orchestrated by these three wrestlers. Bajrang Punia is an Olympian. He's an Olympic winner. So is Sakshi Malik. And so is, of course, Vinesh Phogat. These were the three big names. And there were others as well who were sitting in that sit-in protest. They were there till some time back. Very, very grave allegations against the Wrestling Federation president as well as other office bearers of the Wrestling Federation of India. If Anshul is there, all right, we'll try and go across to him. He was there at that press conference. So a defiant Wrestling Federation president saying that. All right, let me go across to Yash, who was there at that presser. Yash, so Brijbhushan Singh holding forth, doubling down, saying there's no question of resignation. He's in fact openly challenging these wrestlers, particularly on the sexual harassment allegation, that if anyone comes forth, he will forthwith step down.
Well, absolutely, Zaka, and this is the very thing Mr. Bhushan has maintained in this entire case. And in fact, he said that the allegation is coming in from only from 3% of the players, and in fact, 97% of the players are with him. In fact, when we asked him about whether he will step down from his post or not for a fair investigation, he categorically said that he is ready for any sort of investigation or any sort of question that the federation will put up to him. And in fact, when we also asked him about whether he will go and meet the players. He said that he will definitely establish a communication with these players because he has been supporting this player, in fact, through rough patches as well. In fact, he also mentioned about certain incidences when, in fact, in particular when Vinesh Phogat actually fought a particular contest and lost that particular contest, and he also told that he was a constant support to all these players, in fact, who've been posing these very grave allegations onto him. And in fact, he also mentioned one very fact
sorry
that
to interrupt, but
just
Vinesh
a week
Phogat is speaking. Let's listen in.
जिनके साथ हुआ है वो खुद हमारे साथ में है, तो ऐसा कोई प्रूफ देने की जरूरत नहीं है। जो बंदा जिसके साथ में हुआ साथ में ही है।
उन्होंने ये भी कहा है कि आपने जर्सी नहीं पहनी जो ऑफिशियल जर्सी थी और इसकी वजह से आपकी शिकायत हुई और आप उन पर आरोप लगा रही हैं।
सर उनका जर्सी का नहीं था, उनका 3 मुद्दे थे, आप खुद देख लीजिए। उसके बाद में वो 2 मुद्दे का क्या बताया उन्होंने।
जो टीम की जर्सी नहीं पहनी,
टीम की जर्सी का मैंने बताया ना, टीम की जर्सी जो थी उस टाइम पे उसका क्वालिटी देखना। मैं लड़की हूँ, मैं अगर मैट पे जाते टाइम अगर कंफर्टेबल नहीं हूँ, मेरी फैमिली देख रही है, पूरा देश ओलंपिक्स को देखता है, अगर मेरा बॉडी अगर उसमें क्लियर दिख रहा है, मैं उसको कितना कंफर्टेबली पहन सकती हूँ।
मैडम विनेश जी वो कह रहे हैं आप लोगों से एलिगेशन लगवा रहा है।
हम बच्चे नहीं है जी,
एक बार हम मत बोलो ऐसे
हम कोई छोटे बच्चे नहीं हैं, हम एक सीनियर एथलीट हैं। हम अपने हिंदुस्तान को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं 10 से 15 साल से इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे, तो कोई हमें ऐसे बुलवा नहीं सकता। हमारे साथ कुछ हुआ है तो हम आए हैं।
मेरी बात सुनो।
कहना है कि 3% बैठे हैं यहाँ पर, 97 रेसलर।
देखिए हम यहाँ पे हंगामा करने नहीं आए थे, सभी रेसलर परेशान हैं। आज जितने भी एकेडमीज हैं हमारे पास फोन आए हैं, लोगों बच्चों ने तालियां बजाई हैं कि आज होगा हिसाब। हर एक एकेडमी से फोन आ रहे हैं कि हम कब आए, वेट कर रहे हैं। लेकिन हमारा हंगामा करना मकसद नहीं है, हमारा सोल्यूशन निकालना मकसद है। इसलिए हम सिर्फ गिने चुने जो एथलीट है वो आए हैं, जो सीनियर एथलीट है वो आए हैं।
क्या वो लोग भी शामिल हो रहे हैं जिनके साथ हुआ है?
देखिए अगर हमारी बात नहीं सुनेगी तो सभी रेडी हैं, सब बैठे हैं, बस एक हाँ का इंतजार है, सभी भाग के आएंगे और इतनी भीड़ हो जाएगी कि यहाँ पे आएगी भी नहीं।
With her first response to what Brijbhushan Singh has said, she's saying that even the ones who were quote-unquote sexually harassed by the WFI president are with them. Let me see if we can go across to Anshul Singh, who's there at this massive, almost unprecedented protest of wrestlers. And these are not ordinary wrestlers. They're national level champions, they're international level champions, they're Olympians. Many of them have come forth and sat at protest at the Jantar Mantar, and they're demanding the resignation of the man on the left of your screen, who is the WFI president, Brijbhushan Singh, who also happens to be a BJP MP from Gonda in Uttar Pradesh. Anshul, so what has Vinesh said in response to what Brijbhushan Singh has said? Brijbhushan Singh has said that if any female wrestler is coming forth on record saying that I have sexually exploited that person, then I will step down and you can hang me if that is true. What has Vinesh said in response to that?
So yes, Vinesh Phogat, while speaking to the media just a few minutes ago, again reiterated the fact that the entire wrestling fraternity stands by the allegations that they have put against Brijbhushan Singh, and the manner in which he has come out and defended those allegations. He has said that he is not going to resign from his post, but yes, the wrestlers out here have again given them the ultimatum that until and unless Brijbhushan Singh resigns from his post, none of the wrestlers are going to compete in any sort of competition that is organized, be it national competitions or international competitions. So yes, a big moment for the wrestling fraternity in the country, because Asian Games are just around the corner, and also the qualification for next Olympics is also supposed to happen this year itself. So yes, a big controversy has broken out. I'll like to put out another update that to our viewers at this point in time. So Bajrang Punia, along with his other wrestlers, has just arrived at the DCP office out here in central Delhi because they did not have the requisite permission to continue with the protest at Jantar Mantar. Generally, the time that has been allotted by the Supreme Court to carry out a protest at Jantar Mantar is from morning 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. After that, the protest is supposed to end. But now they are planning to sit on an indefinite strike over here. All the wrestlers have planned to do that. They are supposed to sleep, planning to sleep over here in the night. In the night also. So yes, they have now come to the DCP office to seek those requisite permissions. Now it remains to be seen if those permissions would be given to them to carry on with the protest even during night hours, or will the protest would have to end for the day and the protest would continue tomorrow. So yes, this is something that is being discussed right now amongst the players who are protesting, and they are trying to figure out a way as to how can they actually go ahead and keep on building pressure on the government so that action is taken against Bajrang Sharan.
So one of the critical things that they were saying, the players, was that the method of selection for Olympics and other international events has changed. Brij Singh says that what was happening was a few players were having a monopoly on that system. He wanted to break that monopoly. That's why that system was changed. Has there been any response from the players on that?
So yes, players have been saying that there was a very transparent procedure of getting players to the Olympics. There was a selection process that went through. The players actually got into fights. They competed against each other, and then they were selected for national and international tournaments. But yes, after Bajrang Sharan has taken over the chairmanship of this World Federation of India, Wrestling Federation of India, since then many laws have been tweaked by him, all by himself, without even consulting with the senior players or with the staff. So, for example, the current selection process that has happened, a controversy has also broken out on that as well, because for the Asian Games it has been announced that there will be 2 teams who would be sent, which means that the players who will be competing in the Asian Games would not be competing in the next games that would be happening, which means that these players would miss out a chance to compete and win medals for the country. So this is sort of a setback for them, and that is the reason why Vinesh Phogat, Sakshi, Malik, Bajrang, Punia all came out and sat on a protest over here, because Bajrang Sharan was not ready to send them in all the competitions, and instead he was building different teams to be sent to different competitions without even judging the kind of competitiveness or kind of capabilities that these wrestlers might possess. So yes, another very big allegation that has been put forth is of corruption, that the money that comes from the government to support these wrestlers, that entire money is being taken by Bajrang Sharan himself, and he is not spending anything on the players. The quality of kits that is given to these players is also very, very bad, and this is something that Vinesh Phogat reiterated, that even during the Olympic match, Vinesh Phogat was not able to wear the kit that was given to them by the Wrestling Federation, because it was of very, very bad quality, and hence she decided to wear a costume of her own, and that had also created a massive controversy back then. In fact, Vinesh Phogat was suspended by the World Federation of Wrestling Federation of India after the 2020 Tokyo Olympics itself. Also during that Olympic itself, Vinesh Phogat was the person, remember Zaka, who came out and said that it is Bajrang Sharan who has travelled to Tokyo instead of physios who were supposed to travel to Tokyo with them. So the players did not have a physio over there, especially the women players did not have a women physio over there, and that was a big controversy that had broken out right before the Olympics and even during the Olympics. So yes, this tussle between the top brass and the wrestlers have been going on for a very, very long time, and today they have finally decided to come out and put forth their complaints in front of the media, in front of the ministers. What we have been told is that they will be seeking time not only from the sports ministry, but also they will try to get in direct touch with the Prime Minister and the Home Minister as well, and give them a written complaint in this entire matter. So yes, it remains to be seen as to when does that happen, but yes, at this point in time the wrestlers are in no mood to move out from here. They still stand by their demand, and they are definitely not very satisfied with the kind of remarks that has come from Bajrang Sharan at this point in time as well. So yes, they are very angry, agitated, and they are going to stay over here until unless the president has resigned from his post.
All right, so these are unprecedented scenes. I can't imagine that national and international level athletes, wrestlers in this case, are sitting on the streets of Delhi protesting at Jantar Mantar. They have 3 or 4 big charges against the people who are running the Wrestling Federation of India. Number one, that rules are being arbitrarily changed. For the upcoming Asian Games, the rules were changed in a way that 2 different sets of teams will be sent. The players say that that is unfair on the current crop of players. That's number one. Number two, and this is a big charge, Vinesh Phogat, Sakshi, Malik, all of them coming out and saying that there is massive sexual exploitation, sexual harassment of female athletes, female wrestlers that is happening at the behest of Bajrang Sharan, who is the president of the Wrestling Federation of India. This is a big allegation that they have leveled, to which Bajrang Sharan has said that even if one person comes forth on record and says that I was exploited or I was molested by Bajrang Sharan, then he will step down forthwith. He says मुझे फांसी पे लटका दो. The third charge is that of corruption. The players are alleging that all the money that comes from government, the money that comes from sponsorships, a large cut of it goes to these officials, goes to these politicians who run these bodies, in this case the Wrestling Federation of India, and what they end up getting, the athletes who are the most deserving, they end up getting either a fraction of this money or bad quality kits, the kind of which the wrestlers were alluding to, that they got for various tournaments in the past. So this is a huge story, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Bajrang Punia is an Olympian. Sakshi Malik is a bronze medalist winner. Vinesh Phogat has competed in the Olympics on multiple occasions. All of them are the pride of India's wrestling. They are the pride of India's athletics. And for them to be sitting on the streets of Delhi protesting against the high-handedness, as they put it, of the federation, that is unprecedented. Let me go back to Anshul, my colleague. So what is the via media here? What's going to be the solution? Are the players going to sit on this protest indefinitely? Do they have the permissions to do that? Brijbhushan also saying that he will reach out to them if they are willing to talk to him. Are they willing to talk to him?
So no, definitely they are not willing to talk to him at this point in time. In fact, a representative from the Wrestling Federation of India had come just a few hours ago to speak to the players who were protesting, and they refused to speak to him. They said that, you know, the kind of situation that we are living in, the kind of mental atrocities that happen on us, and even after that you have the audacity to come and speak to us in a manner that as if nothing has happened. So yes, they did not speak to him at that point, and they are still saying that they are not going to speak to Brijbhushan Sharan at any point in time, because they have decided now to make this entire thing formal. Because they say, for example, Sakshi Malik today said that we are towards the end of our careers. We are senior wrestlers. We are towards the end of our careers. So maybe in the next 4 to 5 years we'll have to retire. But yes, they have decided to come forward and sit on a protest to save the future of Indian wrestlers, because the allegations that have been put on Brijbhushan Sharan are definitely very, very grave. It is being said that it is being alleged by the wrestlers that it is out of a designed plan that national camps are held in Lucknow, so that Brijbhushan Sharan's proximity with the young wrestlers who come out there and practice in national
that charge
camps.
Of sexual harassment, he says if any young wrestler comes forth and says on record that she was exploited by him or she was molested by him, he says he will hang himself. Let me go across to Shivani as well, who covers sports for us. Yash is also joining us. He was there at that press conference by Brijbhushan. Shivani, the moot question is this. Brijbhushan says that, you know, there is no proof to any of these allegations. The players, the very fact that Olympians are sitting on the streets of Delhi and protesting, that is shocking. All right, Sakshi Malik is speaking. Let's cut live to that first, please.
और बाकी जो है खुल के वो हम अपने पीएम सर से बात करेंगे.
इससे पहले किसी को शिकायत की गई पीएम के पास?
नहीं.
ये बड़ा स्टेप आपने उठाया इससे पहले कोई?
नहीं.
आगे क्या रहेगा मैम?
बस यही है, बैठे हैं जब तक हमारी मांगे पूरी नहीं होती.
से क्या मांग कर रहे हैं?
बस जो यही है कि हमारा जो है प्रेसिडेंट चेंज होना चाहिए. थैंक यू.
So she says there's a single point demand, and that the president of WFI must step down. Shivani, what exactly is the moot point of the allegations and the charges that the players have leveled against the federation boss?
So I think this isn't totally something new, Zaka. As far as the Wrestling Federation goes, quite like many other federations, and especially Olympic sports federations, there has been a consistent agony that players have faced, that these federations are not really functioning. They're not run in the most professional manner. Many of them, we are aware, have become personal fiefdoms. That is a charge that can go against Brijbhushan Singh as well, that he's been, you know, the in charge and the de facto face and president of the Wrestling Federation for far too long. And he is a strong man. But as far as their protest today is concerned, one thing that is not coming out quite clearly is what has precipitated this. Something must have broken the camel's back for Olympians like these to come out on the streets. And as you very rightly said, this is unprecedented. We've not really seen this. Possibly the only parallel I can draw is that there was a time when the Hockey Federation faced a virtual revolt by the players, and there was national shame associated after they couldn't even qualify for the World Cup, for the Olympics. And, you know, then the entire country was up in arms. So, you know, this is almost turning out to be that kind of a fiasco. Okay. The one thing is very clear, that the level of trust between the federation, those who run the federation, and some of the top achieving wrestlers of this country is completely broken down. They clearly don't see eye to eye. There have been ego hassles and a few small issues that all of these players have faced, and in some cases the Wrestling Federation has been quick to hit back that the players are behaving too large for themselves. They don't listen, they don't really work within the national setup, they don't show up for camps, they don't want to do trials. For example, during the Olympics or other multi-nation sport events, there are all of these hiccups that come up. But for this to happen, this has to be something bigger than this. In fact, let me go across to Vinesh Phogat, who's joining us, and take that question to her. Vinesh, CNN News 18 से बात करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ कि ऐसा क्या हो गया कि आज आप सब लोग सड़क पे जंतर मंतर पे प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हो? आपने जो इश्यूज बताए वो हमने सुने, लेकिन ऐसा क्या हुआ कि आज आप यहाँ पे हो गया?
देखिए मैम, इससे ज्यादा तो क्या ही होगा कि हम आज बिल्कुल ऐसे मोड़ पे खड़े हैं कि या तो हम रेसलिंग को छोड़ दें या हम मरी जाएं, क्योंकि रेसलिंग के अलावा बचपन से हमने कुछ सीखा ही नहीं है। अगर रेसलिंग को हमसे छीना जाएगा, छोटे से छोटे बच्चे के लिए, जूनियर से लेकर सीनियर तक के लिए जो रूल्स बनाए जाएंगे, जो हर एक किसी को डिस्ट्रॉय कर देंगे, हिंदुस्तान की रेसलिंग को खत्म करने के ऊपर अगर वो चीज आ जाएगी, तो हमें मतलब एक ये कि रेसलिंग को, क्योंकि जिस रेसलिंग को इतने सालों तक जिंदा किया हुआ है, हिंदुस्तान में कितने गेम है जो ओलंपिक्स में खेलते हैं, अगर उसमें से रेसलिंग हट गया, जो हर ओलंपिक्स में आपको मेडल दे रहा है, सुशील पहलवान जी ने जब मेडल दिया था, जिस जो हिम्मत बनी थी, उसके बाद हम मेडल और हमारे बढ़ रहे हैं हर साल। वो अध्यक्ष चाहते हैं कि वो मेडल ही ना आए, वो रेसलिंग को बिल्कुल खत्म करने पे तुले हुए हैं, और वो उसकी लड़ाई हम लड़ रहे हैं कि
तो आप ऐसा क्यों मानते हो? ब्रिजभूषण जी ने अभी एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करी है, आप ऐसा क्यों मानते हो कि वो रेसलिंग को खत्म कर रहे हैं, जबकि रेसलिंग से मेडल आ रहे हैं, वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप्स में हमारे मेडलिस्ट हैं, आप ऐसा क्यों कह रहे हो?
देखिए मैम, ये मैं ही नहीं बोल रही हूँ, पूरे हिंदुस्तान का हर कुश्ती का खिलाड़ी आज रोता है। जो बच्चे हैं वो हमारे सामने रोते हैं, क्योंकि हम सीनियर हैं, वो हमसे बोलते हैं कि दीदी आप तो कुछ कर सकते हो, आपकी तो दुनिया सुनती है, आपका तो इतना नाम है, आपने इतने मेडल जीत लिए हैं, आप क्यों नहीं बोलते हो, आप प्लीज हमारे लिए बोल लो।
किस तरह की
तो
परेशानी
आज हम इसलिए सामने आए हैं
कि
क्योंकि जूनियर बच्चों का भविष्य है।
विनेश, किस तरह की परेशानी हो रही है आपको? क्या आप जैसे टॉप एथलीट्स को
परेशानियां तो हम सब ने आपको बता दी
है?
सभी को, छोटे से छोटा बच्चा है जो कैडेट में है, जो अंडर 23 में है, अंडर 17 में है, जो सीनियर में है, जो सीनियर बिल्कुल खत्म होने की रेसलिंग पे है, सबके साथ में टॉर्चर हो रहा है हर एक तरह से। और सिर्फ ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ हम ही रेसलर हैं, ये हम सिर्फ इसलिए आए थे, हम कुछ लोग, कि शायद हमारी बात को सुना जाएगा, देश हमारी बात को सुनेगा, तो उसके ऊपर एक्शन होगा। अगर इस बात के ऊपर कोई एक्शन नहीं होता है तो फिर इतने रेसलर बैठे हैं, तैयार बैठे हैं। आज आपको मैं बता देती हूँ कि हमारी जब प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई है, उसके बाद में हर एक एकेडमी में बच्चों में इतनी खुशियां बनाई है जैसे दिवाली हो गई है उनकी आज।
आप मुझे कुछ 2-3 मुद्दे ऐसे बता सकते हैं जिसकी वजह से आज आप सड़क पे उतरे हैं? आपने बोला कि वो प्लेयर्स के लिए काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, अपना ही कमा रहे हैं, अपना ही पैसा बना रहे हैं। आपने ये भी बोला कि फीमेल एथलीट्स को हरास किया जाता है, सेक्सुअली एक्सप्लॉइट किया जाता है। तो ये कुछ 2-3 इशू आप मुझे जरा बताइए कि एग्जैक्टली हुआ क्या है।
जी देखिए, ना तो हमारे पास अच्छे क्वालिटी के कोच हैं। जब हम कहीं पे दूसरे कंट्रीज में अगर बाहर जाने की बोलते हैं कि हमें दूसरी कंट्रीज के रेसलर के साथ में ट्रेनिंग करना है, क्योंकि रेसलिंग एक कॉम्बैट स्पोर्ट है और बिना पार्टनर की हेल्प के या बिना बाहर की एक्सपोजर के हम अच्छे से और ग्रो नहीं कर सकते हैं। चाहे वो नेशनल कैंप में जाने की बात हो, नेशनल कैंप में रहने की बात हो, नेशनल कैंप में जो अच्छे कोचेज नहीं है उसकी बात हो, या जो स्पोर्ट्स स्टाफ है जैसे फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट है या मैश्योर है, किसी भी लेवल की बात हो, हर एक बंदा उनकी मर्जी का है। जो इनके रिलेटिव्स तो मैं नहीं बोलूंगी, लेकिन जो उनके खास हैं या जिनको वो पसंद करते हैं या जिनको वो लाइक करते हैं, जो चमचागिरी करते हैं, एक किस्म से सही बात है, जो चमचागिरी करते हैं वो उनको वो लगाते हैं। जिनको हम बोलते हैं कि ये अच्छे नहीं हैं, इनसे हमें कुछ हेल्प नहीं होगा, या जो भी फिजियो है वो अच्छा नहीं है, हमें टॉप क्वालिटी के फिजियो चाहिए जो हमारे इंजरी को बचा सके, जो हमें ओलंपिक्स लेवल तक हेल्प कर सके, तो वो सब सुविधाएं हमें नहीं मिलती हैं। वो बोलते हैं कि हम फॉरेन से कोच नहीं लेके आएंगे। उन्होंने जो खुद का एकेडमी,
जो आप कोचेज और फिजियोथेरेपीज की बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये तो सब साय से आते हैं, ये तो सब साय इनको देखता है और साय इनकी सैलरी देता है।
नहीं जी, साय के हाथ में सैलरी है, वो सब परमिशन देना उनका काम है, लेकिन नाम डालना और किस बंदे का नाम डालना है वो सिर्फ फेडरेशन का काम है। क्योंकि इतनी बार हमारी इस चीज के ऊपर डिस्कशन हुई है, साई से भी हुआ है, जो टॉप्स का जो स्कीम बनाया उनसे भी हुआ है। वो डायरेक्ट यही बोलते हैं कि आपकी फेडरेशन का ये काम है, वो हम सिर्फ उनको सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं, फाइनल फैसला उन्हीं का होता है, किसका नाम डालना है और किसका नहीं डालना है।
तो बीच बीच में ये भी बात उठी है विनेश, मैं आपसे पूछ रही हूँ ये सवाल क्योंकि ब्रिजभूषण जी ने ये इल्जाम लगाया है आप जैसे टॉप प्लेयर्स पे। वो ये कह रहे हैं कि आप सुनते नहीं है फेडरेशन की और कुछ स्टार्स अपनी जिद करते हैं, अपनी मनमानी करना चाह रहे हैं, इसलिए और उन्होंने ये रोकने की कोशिश करी, इसलिए आज आप उन पे इल्जाम लगा रहे हो।
अगर अच्छे फिजियो की मांग करना, अच्छी सुविधाओं की मांग करना अगर गुनाह है तो मैं वो गुनेगार हूं। जो ब्रजभूषण शरण सिंह जी जो बोल रहे हैं, क्या उन्होंने कभी रेसलिंग की है? उनको हमसे ज्यादा पता है कि कौन बेस्ट है, कौन बेस्ट नहीं है, कौन अच्छा खिलाड़ी है, कौन अच्छा खिलाड़ी नहीं है, कौन अच्छा खेल रहा है, कौन अच्छा खेल नहीं रहा है। हमसे ज्यादा तो किसी को नहीं पता होगा ना।
जी, मैं एक आखिरी सवाल आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ विनेश, आपने इतना बड़ा कदम आज उठाया है, इसके बाद देयर इज नो गोइंग बैक। आपने तो मना भी कर दिया कि आप ब्रिजभूषण से बात नहीं करेंगे, जब तक उनको नहीं हटाया जाएगा आप यहीं बैठेंगे। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ आपका आगे क्या स्टेप होगा, इसके बाद आप क्या करना चाहेंगे? साई से मिलेंगे, स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री में जाएंगे, क्या करना चाहेंगे?
देखिए मैम, अभी तो हम यही बैठे हैं, देखते हैं क्या करेंगे। बस जो हमारा फैसला है वही है, अड़िग है हम एक चीज पे कि जिन्होंने इतना सब गुनाह कर दिया, इतने सालों तक हमें टॉर्चर कर दिया, इससे ज्यादा हमें कर दिया, लेकिन हमारे आने वाले बच्चों को हम टॉर्चर नहीं होने देंगे।
जी, Vinesh Phogat, one of India's best wrestlers, speaking exclusively to CNN News 18. It is clear there is no going back from here. Now, exactly what can be done to salvage the situation and to solve this situation remains to be the big focus. We've run out of time right now. We have to slip into a very short break, but our live coverage continues.